Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss how we can perform different actions on the elements. So we have some of the playwright methods. So we have some of the playwright methods which we can use and perform the actions on the element. So those are click, fill. So already we have discussed about these two methods. So why do we need these methods is that if we are using this method, it will perform click action on the elements. And if we are using this fill method, it will pass the content to the text fields. Likewise, we have some of the methods called check, uncheck, clear, and inner text. So in this video, we are going to discuss how we can make use of these four methods. So for this, I have created a sample practice page which you can use and practice all the different locators which Playwright provides. Already we have discussed all these locators in our previous videos. Let's get started with the element actions. So for that, I'm going to create a separate test file, element actions dot spec dot ts, and copy paste the previous code to navigate to the web page and all those things. So this is the example for element actions. So I'll give a different name for this test method, So this is element actions. Now, so once after creating the test method, the first step is that we have to navigate to the sample web page. So copy this URL and then paste it here, these lines. And let me replace the URL, copy, and we have to paste the same URL here. Save. Now, the first example that we are going to discuss, that is check method. So why do we use this method is that if you want to select the checkbox or if you want to check the radio button, in that case we will make use of this check method. So in this example page, there is a checkbox. Now I'll try to inspect this element. So once you inspect this element, we have a type called checkbox and there is a rule. Whenever you get a chance to make use of the direct locators of Playwright, go for it. So here we can see that we can locate it by using get by role locator. So we will locate it by using get by role. I'll copy this value and come back. You guys have to write await page dot get by role, and inside single quotes I'm going to paste that value. So once after that, we have to make use of a method called check. So once you run this script, it will check that particular terms and conditions. I think it is accept terms. It will select that accept terms checkbox. Save. And if you want to run this, I'll just copy this path. See, we have one more option to run your Playwright test by using the Playwright plugin. So we will discuss that in the upcoming videos. Now we have to write npx playwright test, and I'm going to paste that path. After that, we have to replace backward slash with forward slash. Otherwise, you will get error. Let me run this script and let's see whether it is selecting the checkbox or not. Okay, why we are not able to see the execution? It is because we are executing that in the headless mode. So I don't want to run that in the headless mode, so I'll write hyphen headed. It is navigating to the web page and then you can see it is selecting the checkbox. So this is how you can make use of check method. The next example we have, that is uncheck. Why do we use this method? By the name itself, we can understand that this method is used to uncheck the checkbox which is already checked. Means here you have checked the checkbox and you have to uncheck that. In that case, you can make use of the method. Let's see how that uncheck method works. Now for the same locator which we have used, I'll copy this same lines and paste it here. Instead of using check method, this time I'm going to make use of uncheck. So when we are executing the script, first it will select the checkbox and then it will uncheck the checkbox. Save, and then I'll run the same script. See, it is navigating to the web page. First it will select and then it will uncheck the checkbox and then your execution is completed. So this is how we can make use of check and uncheck. Next, so we have one more method, that is clear. So what is the rule of this method is that it is used to remove all the text which is present in the text field. Example, let's say you have entered the first name. So first name, I'll simply say Rahul. Okay, so you have entered the first name and then you have to clear this value. For that, you can make use of a method called clear. Let's see how we can make use of this clear method. Inspect. So here you can see we have placeholder and we can directly select it by using get by placeholder locator. What I'll do, I'll write await page dot get by placeholder and then inside single quote paste the value. After that, first we have to enter some text for that, right? For that we have a method called fill, and inside this method again I'm going to pass Rahul. Okay, so first it will enter the text called Rahul. Once after that, I'll give some 2 seconds of delay so that we can observe the execution. And with the same line of code, what I'll do, I will clear the value which is present in that web page with the help of clear method. So I'll make use of this clear method. So already we have seen the execution of these two methods, right? So I'll comment this line and let me execute this clear example. Observe the execution properly. It will navigate, it will enter Rahul, and then it is clearing the value. So this is how you can make use of clear method. The last example of this video, that is inner text. So why do we use this method is that to get the visible text displayed in the element or in the web page. So for that, here if you see, there is a balance displayed in the web page, right? Let's assume that you are in a scenario where you have to fetch the balance or where you have to fetch some text which is present in the element. Inspect this, and if you see here, it is present inside p tag and we have something called as current balance, and we have the amount which is mentioned inside strong tag. So what I'll do, I have to fetch this. Okay, so we don't have any other options. We have to go with get by text here. Okay, we have to go with get by text. So for that, we have to pass the entire text, or we can even pass the partial text also, right? Already we have discussed this in the video where we learned how we can locate the element using get by text. So what I'll do, so I'll write await page dot get by text and inside single quotes I'm going to paste that value. Paste it. Okay, and then we have to make use of a method called inner text. It will return you the value in the format of string. So we have to store that in the variable. So I'll make use of let. I'll give the variable name as value. Okay, so once after fetching that value we have to print that. So I'll say console dot log and I'm going to pass that value here. Save. So already we have seen the example for these two methods. So I'll comment this line and then let's see how this inner text method will work. So I'll save this and rerun the same example. See, it is navigating to the web page and then close. If you observe carefully, I am able to see the balance which was displayed in the web page. So the current balance is $1,250. The same thing is displayed here also. So whenever you come across any scenario where you have to fetch the text which is present in the element, you guys can make use of inner text method. In the next video, we are going to discuss the other methods which we have in the Playwright called get attribute, is visible, is enabled, is displayed and is checked. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.